Today on the Sansu Show, take a look. It's for you. It's Sansu.
Welcome to the Sansu Show. Can't you tell I'm so excited? Because our special guest for today is a very famous guitar player from Jefferson Starship and also a guitar journalist. Please help me welcome Jude Gold. What's up, Jude?
What's up, Sansu? I can't stop playing guitar. I've been playing guitar since like I was 9 years old. It just can't be stopped.
That was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
So tell our viewers where we were born and raised.
Hi, wow. I was born in New Mexico. I lived in New York City, Lower East Side, Greenwich Village. All of that before I was like 4.5 years old. Came out to Berkeley. Lived in Berkeley, Oakland, San Francisco. Grew up, I'm a Bay Area kid. Went to Berkeley High School. Studied music at UC Berkeley. Go Bears. So yeah, thanks for asking. Yeah, Bay Area.
Yeah, so
I'm in LA now, though. I live in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How's the weather up there?
It's the best. It's really tough to leave the Bay Area, but you do get used to this great weather down here and like being able to go to the beach and actually swim in the water for more than 10 minutes without hypothermia. There's a lot of nice stuff, but I miss the Bay. It's where my heart is. Nothing like the Bay Area. It's the most beautiful place.
So you joined Jefferson Starship in 2012. Tell us a little bit about it. How you started with them.
Well, yeah, it was kind of like getting on a starship, really. Like the moment I joined the band, next thing you know, we're in Italy and Tel Aviv, Israel, and all over the place and all over the country. I'd done some touring before, but this band, wow, 20 different countries, 5 different continents. And just been quite an adventure in every state in the United States except for North Dakota. So we have performed in 49 of the 50 states. So we're coming to rock North Dakota. Well, just hasn't had a booking yet. But some states like Pennsylvania, you play like 25 different cities.
Wow.
And so we're looking forward to that. We did play. We flew into Fargo, North Dakota, but then we played just an hour over the border in Minnesota, so it didn't really count. So
but
49 out of 50 ain't bad.
Have you ever been to the Philippines?
I would love to go. I would love to go there, and I've done some. We've done like Thailand and Hong Kong and Tokyo, but never to the Philippines. And hopefully soon. There's still plenty of time.
Of course.
We travel everywhere, so hopefully.
So, well, unfortunately, we lost Paul Kantner in 2016. So tell us a little bit about your relationship with him.
Paul Kantner, he was, he still seems very much alive in our hearts, and our new album is called Mother of the Sun, S-U-N, and it's dedicated to Paul, because his spirit of adventure started with the Jefferson Airplane. And he's like, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer for starting that band. He's an amazing cat. He's one of the first people to put a woman in front of the microphone as a leader of the band with Grace Slick back in the 60s. And then he's kind of modified it to Jefferson Starship in the early 70s. And his whole vision. And it was just great to travel with him and talk about the 60s and all the stuff that he went through. And he always would say how he discovered LSD and the Fender Twin Reverb in the same week, which means that and that's kind of how psychedelic rock, he was, they were right there when psychedelic rock and acid rock was born. So that was a long time ago.
So he was a revolutionary man, basically.
Absolutely, yeah. He played Woodstock and stuff. You just talk to him, dude, what was it like to play Woodstock? It was just great. I'd ride in the car with him for hours and just get these stories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, with this pandemic situation, but you're still doing live performances, right? Can you tell us a little bit more about your live? Where do you play now?
Well, it's kind of bittersweet because everything has been cut down so much. Our last show was like March 10th or something, and then we normally play like 2 or 3 times a week if we can, if not more. And that's all been cut down, and then everything was canceled. And all the jobs for all the people who work in the sound engineers and the stagehands and people who do lighting in theaters, everyone has been put on hold. It's like a major, I feel like the music industry, live music has been hit the hardest probably any place like that of almost any other industry. But we are still playing a little bit. Like we did a parking lot concert the other day at the Orange County Fair.
Wow.
In their fairgrounds were a bunch of cars, and David Freiberg, he's the leader of the band. Now, when I say the leader, he's the senior member. He's been there since the beginning. He was, in the last year of Jefferson Airplane, and he was, when Kathy, our singer, introduced him, he got a honking ovation. All the cars, like, he often gets a standing ovation when Kathy says, he's 82 years old. The greatest rocktogenarian. She calls him a rocktogenarian, which always makes me laugh. And people
82
normally
is just
stand
a number.
up and
82
just a number. When you see David, he's peaking at 82. He sings a song Jane, which he wrote. Jane is a famous Jefferson Starship song. Goes. It's too high to sing, but Jane, you play the game. David wrote that. When he sings that at 82, in the peak of his life, he's at 82 and he's just hitting it, and people are just so into it. It's a moment that I must just watch this moment every night afterwards, after he sings that song and everybody cheers. And it's very close to my heart.
Nice. You have a new podcast, right? No Guitar is Safe.
Yeah.
So how can people watch it? I know it's in YouTube. So they just hit...
Well, I do have a YouTube channel, which has tons of guitar videos. Like I've been interviewing guitarists since the year 2000. And I work for Guitar Player magazine, and it's really a dream job because I get to sit down face-to-face with my favorite guitar players and ask them. I mean, everyone from like Neil Schon from Journey or Slash from Guns N' Roses, or the latest person on my podcast, which is an audio podcast called No Guitar is Safe. You can get it wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm sitting down with Nile Rodgers, who is my hero, because when I was a kid, he had all the funky jams, like Good Times,
Hey, that's one of my favorite too.
Yeah, it's got that great bass line.
Don't stop.
Anyway, to ask him, and he produced David Bowie, and he produced all these incredible artists, and Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Duran Duran, and he just had a huge hit, Get Lucky, with Daft Punk like 2 years ago, one of the biggest hit songs, and he's like my childhood hero, and to have him on my show and have him show us what he does is it's really cool. So I do love doing the podcast. It's called No Guitar is Safe.
Oh, wow. This is the most enjoyable talk I ever had. I mean, you are awesome.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I'm so honored.
Likewise.
I mean, I just hear you in the record. Well, that was the 70s. They still call it a record.
Yeah.
I don't know about, they call it now a disc.
Yeah. Oh, they call it, yeah. Well, even they, we had some college kids working for us, and Kathy, our singer, said, "Thank you so much for helping us." This was at a show. And she's like, here's your money and stuff. And then she's like, also, here's my new CD. And she gave them each a copy of her new CD. And these girls were so young. They're like 19. They looked at the CD and they're, "Do you have a CD player?" And she said to Kathy, "Well, I could give it to my mom. I think she has a CD player." So yeah, it's who knows what it is now. It's just music now.
Yeah, at least it had a 48 tracks or so.
Yeah.
Or the 45s. But anyway, thank you so much. Oh my God,
Oh, gosh.
I can't stop thanking you for it. It's been wonderful. I've been excited, but I heard that you're gonna be coming on to our show. I'm like, I didn't sleep last night, man. I didn't. I mean, can you see my eye bags?
Likewise.
I didn't sleep last night.
I must not have slept since like the 80s or something. I don't know what's going on here. But thank you.
again.
Thanks for having me. So the pleasure's been all mine, and I really appreciate the opportunity to talk.
Thank you, Jude.
And to play some guitar.
Yes! Let's end it with a guitar.
I can't stop.
Yeah, come on.
Anyway, thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Jude. God bless you. And please be safe out there, all right? Okay,
Thanks,
so maybe we
you
can
too.
play guitar when I'm saying goodbye to our audience out there. I always say the word, love, peace, and joy. See you soon. Come on, Jude.
Peace
Let's
out.
hear some music.